Well, I'm very much elated about the win tonight for our team. I thought our guys showed tremendous character, falling behind, start the game 9-2, and end up taking the lead going to halftime. We talked about not starting out the second half the way we started the first half, and sure enough, they came out on fire, and we struggled. They ended up having the lead late in the game, and I just love that our guys stayed mentally tough and found a way to win a very important road game for us and get us to 7-7 against a team that really defends. I mean, Missouri's very hard to score on. They were really physical, blowing up handoffs, blowing up screens, did a really nice job. Defensively, I thought the key to the game was getting the ball inside. We got to the foul line a lot more because we got more shots, at the rim that we got fouled on, and ended up making 70% of them. And then I love the last play there where Shaq gets the rebound, goes coast to coast, gets the and one opportunity, and then he misses it, and Tolo's end up match up on Pickett. Tolo did a great job staying in front of Pickett and not fouling him on that three. That was huge, not fouling. And then Shaq got the rebound again and did a great job just holding on to it and sealing the victory. Questions?
Ben, we heard you the other night talking about Shaq and just telling him he could help his team win in other ways. But, to see him tonight have a big play at the end of the game, and I think he had 9 and 7 for you tonight. Had a pretty good game overall. But just how fulfilling is that to see a kid kind of keep his head up? He always seems like such a positive guy. Anyway, at least in my dealings with him. But how fulfilling is that to see him come through in a big moment?
I'm really happy. And, he's playing for his team and his teammates. The most fun to be on any team is when everybody's playing for each other first. And that truly epitomizes him. And I was happy to see him make that big three. We ran for him in the first half. But he had 2 steals. He had a lot of passes that led to guys getting fouled on little dump-offs. Played, solid defensively, as he always does. Good job pressuring the ball. So I'm really happy for Shaq. I thought Anderson Garcia was tremendous tonight. In the first half, he was the key why we ended up getting the lead. DJ got 2 fouls right away, and he came in and played 15 minutes in the first half, and really was the guy that was the impetus behind us having the 8-point lead at half. And he did a good job again in the second half. So I'm really proud of Anderson Garcia for his contributions as well tonight.
Paul, go ahead. Coach, kind of going off of what Joel said, but not just about Shaq, how big is this for your team in general after losing so many leads in the second half on the road and to finally break through and get that done?
And being so many close games and coming out with a W. So this really helps us, winning close games. I've been blessed to have that opportunity a lot in my lifetime, and it sure feels better. And I thought, Iverson's drive there to tie the game was a huge play too. He finished left-handed, going left. Everybody's ganging up on him, doubling him when he's coming off ball screens. He had to play too many minutes because it's just hard to have him out of there. So I'm just really proud of his toughness and his leadership. But really proud of our team, Paul, and so happy for our team. The flight home becomes a lot more enjoyable.
Ben, just a follow-up there, that play with Iverson towards the end, was that kind of exactly how you drew it up, or was that Iverson kind of seeing the lane himself and taking it?
Well, he always has that option. The first option is to shoot a three. And the guy was recovering to him, so he went left. We were going to run a play if he didn't have anything, but he just turned the corner, and there was a big opening to get right to the paint, and he just read it and made the finish, made the play.
And he's had a lot of plays like that this season where he kind of gets around those bigs, and it looks pretty effortless, but I assume it's not. What makes him so elusive down there to kind of make those plays happen?
I'm sure you make those plays too when you're playing with the guys, right? You're able to do that, right, Andy? Steph, I'm sure, has got game off the bounce. I'm sure you make it look easy too. No, it's really funny you bring that up. He plays so well, and he does make it look so easy. It's not easy. And there was one time late in the game where he pulled up on the right side about 7 feet for a little floater that he missed, where he had Kobe trying to match up, pick him up. He could have just kept going again and get to the rim. So whenever he's got those bigs, I love for him to attack the rim. And, he's so good at it, and he finishes so well. He got to the line 10 times tonight, which is huge. He's by far our leading foul shot attempt guy because he's so good at attacking the basket.
Yeah, to answer your point, Steph is I can't match up to him when he takes it to the rim. So he's definitely.
He's a driver first.
Yeah. No, but my actual question is, it seemed like your half-court defense was really good tonight, especially in that late first half period. It seemed to just like shut down Missouri. How proud were you of that half-court defense? And it looked like Missouri tried to speed up a little bit in the second half to kind of counteract it.
Yeah, one of my assistants said that they missed their last 6 shots in the first half, so we were excited. That fueled the opportunity for us to get the lead. And, they made a few threes in the second half that were big threes. They ended up 5 for 22, 1 for 8, so they had 4 threes in the second half that were big threes for them. And, they started skipping the ball, and we weren't pressuring the ball quite well enough. And give them credit. I mean, they've been through a grueling schedule themselves, and, this is a tough place to win, and I'm just so grateful that we were able to get it done tonight.
Tolu had 16 on Friday, and I think like 2 or 3 tonight or whatever it was. Were they just really focusing on stopping Tolu with the double team? Is that kind of what
Yeah,
slowed him down?
in the one double team that was a great play by him was when he got doubled and he kicked it out to G for the 3. And that's what you got to do. We got to get it to him, invite the double, and then just kick it back out. Someone's going to be open because there's, 4 other guys out there being guarded by 3. And so we got to get better at that because he'll continue to see that. Both, you see it from the baseline side, and you also see it the way they were doing it, where they were coming big to big. But he did a good job tonight, and I thought Tolu's free throw shooting down the stretch was instrumental.
When Shakeel goes on a break there, when he gets the rebound with like 10 seconds, whatever it was there any part of your mind that thought like, hey, let's pull it out instead of the player?
No. Yeah, I was totally good because in that, you want to let the players play in that situation, see if he can make a play. He had him going back and forth kind of, so there was a good chance he was going to get fouled. Just, trusted him, and he came through, and the bounce came through because it bounced around. I'll be watching that on the way home. That thing bounced a little bit.
Jack, just kind of take us through those final minutes or final seconds and what you were thinking on that last shot.
Just short on time. Game's tied up. We need a basket. I seen the opportunity to get the rebound on the break, and I chose to be aggressive and take it at him. So, that was my thought process. In the second half, late second half. To seal the deal.
Hey Shakeel, but your recent performances have been kind of up and down, some shots lately. How do you kind of have the confidence in this game to take it to the rack there and say, hey, I'm going to get this win for our team?
You're definitely right. It's been up and down for me. At the end of the day, it's just basketball, and I had to, tell myself that every day, leading up to this game, last game. Just the confidence to be able to go out there and be aggressive and play hard. So that's what I did. When you play hard, everything falls in place.
Was there ever a moment, I guess, when you got the ball, was there like a split second where you thought, hey, I should pull this out and wait for the last shot, or were you always going to the ring?
No, because when I got the rebound, I only seen one guy ahead of me with his back turned. So I knew that, I can get him to go one way and fake him and go the other. So that's what I chose to do. I seen only one guy in transition down the break. So I just took advantage of it.
Steph, go ahead and hop in there.
Yeah, Shaq, what's that feeling like for you, I guess, after, the final buzzer sound, and you know that you're the one that made that game-winning play? What's going through your head, considering the past few weeks for you?
It's major for me. As he said, it's been up and down for me the last few games, and it's just big. It's a big confidence booster for me. Leading into next game. Here on out. But it was very big that I hit the go-to bucket, and it's just a huge confidence booster for me.
Ben Howland had said after that last game against Missouri that he was kind of giving you words of encouragement and saying that you can make plays without just scoring the ball. I mean, what have conversations with him kind of been like through these past few weeks as he kind of tries to help you find that confidence a bit?
Same as you just said. Just constantly talking about me, telling me to believe in myself. That he believes in me and he wants me to keep being aggressive, keep shooting. But being able to impact the team, in other ways is just fine for me as well because it's not all about scoring. Getting your teammates involved is a huge part of the game. So it's just words of encouragement from him. He's constantly on me about confidence and that he believes and that I should keep believing and that at the end of the day it's just basketball, as I said.
Theo, go ahead, Theo.
Yeah, along with that, you've been coming off the bench in some of the last few games. Did that motivate you to kind of play your best in the last couple of games, and especially tonight?
It has motivated me, because all the other games I started, but that's not a big deal for me as well. I've came off the bench on many teams, and I started on many teams, but either way, I just had that mindset that next game will come in and be aggressive and get back to myself. So that's all it was.
What was it like seeing that ball roll around the rim and finally drop in?
It was a relief, because like I said, it was tied. Game was down to the wire. Neither team showed quit, and just to see it go through, it was a big confidence booster. I can't say it enough.
Joel Coleman. Joel.
Hey, Shakeel, man, you make that shot you mentioned earlier, talking about your belief and kind of sticking with it. What about this team, man? What's kind of the belief factor inside that locker room right now after 2 big wins this weekend?
Definitely. It's just that we still should have faith in each other, still should trust in each other, have that hope, and continue to fight. Close out the season, with a bang. And that's what we plan on doing. Go on a winning streak and keep trusting each other. And it's just trust. Being able to go out there and beat by one another, fight for one another.